and ask you a question.
Great.
My name is Madison Janowski. I like to
Hi, Madison.
Hi. I like to draw. I have been drawing since I was 3 years old. When did you start drawing?
I think I started a little later than you in kindergarten. I was in 5th grade. I'm sorry, when I was 5. I remember I would draw like motorcycles and trees and cars, and some of my friends started asked me to draw pictures for them. So I did, and just kind of went from there. I don't know, everybody liked my drawing, so I just kept doing it. However, there was a period from 6th to 8th grade where I did not do anything in terms of art, just very little. I was playing sports then. You're welcome.
Hello, Mr. Joyner. My name is Aaron. What is
Eric?
Aaron.
Oh, Aaron. Hi, Aaron.
What is your favorite artist, or which artist has inspired you?
Well, I have a lot of favorite artists. When I was in the 4th grade, the first art show I ever went to was Vincent Van Gogh at the big museum here in San Francisco at the Young, and it was really amazing. But then as I got older, I started liking more science fiction art, like Frank Frazetta, which is, I think he's from Pennsylvania. And I liked Norman Rockwell, and I liked N.C. Wyeth. He was like an illustrator from 100 years ago. Oh, here's how you spell his name. And he illustrated all the great classic books like Treasure Island, Kidnapped, and Robin Hood, and all kinds of great stuff. So, and he's in fact, you guys are so close to their museum in Chaps Ford, Pennsylvania. I've been there a few times. If you get a chance, you should visit, because it's a great museum. And they have his original paintings there. And any other questions? Okay. Well, thanks, Aaron.
Hello, Mr. Joyner. My name is Sheldon.
Hi, Sheldon.
Can you tell us when you first decided to become a professional artist?
I think when I stopped growing, when I was a freshman in high school, I wanted to be a baseball player, but then I just stopped growing. So I really focused on my paintings and drawings. Actually, not painting, I used to draw all the time in high school. And at a certain point, I realized, math, I wasn't so good in math or English, and I figured, well, I'm really good at drawing, and maybe I should pursue that. I didn't know what it was going to lead to, but I ended up going to art college in San Francisco, and I found out I'm supposed to be an illustrator, which is like a commercial artist. I do stuff for advertising and school books. I did a lot of school book artwork for science class and history classes. That lasted about 17 years, and then I sort of got tired of it, and then I became a fine artist. And I decided, wow, I want to get in the art galleries. So it took a while for me to decide what subject to paint, and then I finally decided to do the robots. But I was doing so much, I was doing buildings and cartoon characters and masks, and everybody loved robots, so I settled on that. You're welcome, Sheldon.
Hello, Mr. Joyner. My name is Carly Hebo.
Hi, Carly.
Hi. During our class, Ms. Leon has shown us many of your paintings with robots and donuts. Can you explain the ideas behind the robot and donut series?
I'll try. It's kind of hard. It's kind of a hard question to answer, but I think that initially I did it because I'm a very pragmatic person. And when I decided to become an artist, I had to break things down into things I could understand, and so it just seemed to me I should paint only things I like. For many years I've been painting what other things other people wanted me to do, and it was very unfulfilling. And so, on another level though, I think I have a lot of ideas I want to communicate and tell the people of the world about it, so I do it through the pictures. And that robots are a great vehicle for doing that. And then, but it's kind of weird, I got really stuck after about 2 years, and I did like, I don't know, 7 paintings, and I couldn't think what to do next. So I thought really hard for 2 months, you know, what can I do? Because I couldn't think of anything to do with these robots. And when I was watching the movie Pleasantville, there's a scene where the man is painting a pile of donuts, and that's when I had the aha moment. And the next morning I started working at donuts with the robots, and because it needs some sort of conflict, something to, how do I explain it? Like a foil to the robots, you know, nemesis. and plus it doesn't make any sense. And I like stuff that's kind of funny and doesn't make sense. And so it worked perfect for me. You're welcome.
Hello, Mr. Jordan. My name is Abby. What art piece are you currently working?
Right now, I'm doing a painting of a bakery in the Bronx, New York, and it's but instead of regular cars that we drive, I put a bunch of spaceships in the street. So it's like rush hour traffic, only it's like these weird space toys. I can show you a picture of it, but it's in my art studio, which is not here where I live. But it'll be on my Facebook. If you look on my Facebook page, there's I show the progress of the painting, and the latest updates on there. Yeah, it's fun. Mainly, I think I don't really want to paint the robots and donuts so much. I just really want to paint this beautiful tree. It's in the painting, and an old brick bakery. That's my favorite part. You're welcome.
Hello there, Mr. Jordan.
Hello.
My name is Kennedy.
Kennedy?
Yeah.
Good to meet you.
Sometimes it is frustrating when my artwork is not carrying out the way I want it to. Does that happen to you? If so, then how do you work through the problem?
Oh yeah, that's a very common problem. In fact, it happens all the time for me. Yeah, that's just natural. Every painting starts out looking horrible. And then it takes time. You have to have faith in yourself and a vision in your head. But I also use a lot of reference material, like photographs to work from. So you gotta do research. If you want to do good artwork, you gotta observe the natural world. And in terms of painting technique and understanding how the paint works and brushes work, that just takes practice, a lot of practice. And so, I also have a formula. I do the shadows first, the middle range tones first, then I do the darks, and the last thing I paint is the highlights. And I know, but you can get really stuck because it looks like a mess. You just gotta have faith in yourself. You can pull it off, and you will. And you can put that, the time to it. That's about it, really. You're welcome.
Hi, Mr. Jordan. My name is Emily. Are you willing?
Hi.
Hi. Are you willing to show us some of the robots that have inspired your paintings?
Yeah, I have two right here. I actually have hundreds of them, but they're all in the art studio. But here at home, I have these two guys. This is the kind of toys that kids played with like 50 years ago. So, this is where Transformers came from. You ever seen Transformers?
Yeah.
The movie? Yeah. No, this is like originals right here. They're very funny looking. Which is why I like them, because they're funny. And I call this one Sparky. There's so many different kinds too. Yeah, that's what I like. There's such a wide variety of robots, from like 1940 to 1980, those years, and you can see the evolution. The designs got more sophisticated, but I try to keep to the more simple designs. I like those more.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, Mr. Joyner. My name is
Hi.
Mrs. Amagon.
Suzanne?
Mrs. Amagon.
Oh,
I enjoy watching the TV show, The Big Bang Theory. And during one of the episodes, I noticed a painting of Rock'em Sock'em Robots hanging in Sheldon and Leonard's apartment. I was curious if that was one of your paintings in the background.
it is indeed, yes. It's called Final Blow. And that painting got a lot of, sort of made me world famous. I did it back in 2003, and it was actually, I got an anonymous email from some guy in LA who wanted to, he had a humor blog, and he said, why don't you do the Rock'em Sock'em Robots? I said, okay. And so I would send him photographs as the painting developed, and he was getting hundreds of thousands of visitors to his blog, and they were, they wanted to see the next phase of his painting's development. And after about a month, I was really broke, and I said, hey, I would like to buy it off me. He goes, sure. So I split to him $4,000, and I entered it into an worldwide art contest called Spectrum, and it got on the front cover of the book. So it's like, my whole world changed overnight when that happened, and it turns out that guy with the blog was a writer for the TV show Zoe 101. And so they ended up using that poster in Zoe 101. You may have seen it. And so this guy, Steve Millar, he went on to become the executive producer of Big Bang years later, Big Bang Theory. And in the meantime, it's been on that show Disney's Zeke and Luther in the bakery scene. There's like 3 or 4 other paintings in there, and an iCarly. There's one of the red robots sniffing a flower. It's kind of hidden, but if you watch
They're
a
all
lot of
like, going on smiling. They're all like, oh yeah, I know it.
And I haven't seen the episode, but apparently on iCarly they wrote an episode where a visiting artist named Wally Joyner shows up. I don't know, but I haven't yet to see it.
Yeah, that's an honor. Well, thank you.
But you're welcome. Thanks for the question.
Hello, Mr. Joyner. My name is Robert Weaver.
Hey, Robert.
What media art materials, other than paint, do you like to work with?
Well, there's a lot of good materials. The most basic, ink, and I like acrylic paint, but I don't like acrylic as much as oil because acrylic dries too fast. And I'm kind of lazy. Like I'll be mixing the color on the palette. By the time I bring it to the board, sometimes it's already dried up on the brush. But if I was you, I would start in pencil, learn how to draw, like basic shapes like a cone, a circle, and a square, and a cube, and use watercolor, Think of colors as warm, cool, light, and dark.